So the challenge was, what to children and adults this week was, what's been one of the favourite things you've done or made during lockdown?
Yeah.
So if you like some of the things I mentioned, I want you to put a thumbs up. If you're not sure whether it's something you're doing, do a not sure. And if it's something you really don't enjoy, like Greg with gardening, put a thumbs down. All right. So the first thing is the next slide, Greg. Greg's gone too far. The first thing is, some people have really enjoyed doing art and colouring. So the Lang children have been doing some beautiful colouring. Rachel Eves has made some cards. And Jeff Allwright made a lovely cartoon strip for his children. Grandchildren, not children. Yeah, you're right, Greg.
Yeah.
So put thumbs up or thumbs down, not whether you like those things, whether you like doing art, colouring or drawing. I've got a big thumbs up. Oh yeah, I can see lots of thumbs up. Greg's got a thumbs down. Some people are like this. Alistair's not sure. So the next slide of some things that people enjoyed is baking and cooking. Roger's very keen on that. I think that might actually be the big. So Valerie Wallbanks made that wonderful Minecraft cake for Yondre for his 8th birthday. The Lang children, that looks like a very yummy Easter cake. And the other cakes and the meringues were made by John Braithwaite.
Very good.
Really
very good.
So I think things are looking good in the Braithwaite household. So thumbs up, not sure, or down for who likes cooking and baking. Oh yeah, Jan likes definitely likes it. Phil, he doesn't like it.
He likes it. I'll put my thumb up.
Hugh's that. Right. So next one is craft and making things. So Theo made a very nice robot outfit, robot costume, and Ed made the arbor. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's very good. Very good.
Joan has been knitting octopuses. I don't know what the plural is. I should have looked it up. That go for premature babies to hang on to. They're like sensory things for little premature babies. And the marvellous photo with the dog, that jump was made by Ben Verrill. He made the jump for his dog. Isn't that an amazing photo? So who likes making craft things or wood, making things? Yeah, there's lots of thumbs up for making things. About the next slide is people enjoying their garden. So lots of people enjoying their garden. So the Becker's boys, I think they did camping. I think they're doing lots of camping in their garden. And the Oates family are having lots of things. And Ed and Shirley like to go and sit in their summer house and pretend they're on holiday. And lots of people have been doing gardening, I think. So we'll include gardening in with this. So who's enjoyed being in their garden? Yeah. Oh, so many thumbs. Lots of people. Greg would probably do a thumbs down for gardening.
Turn me in the garden.
Greg's just letting someone else in. Right. And so I'm just going to say a couple of things quickly. So stay on that slide, Greg. What about cycling? John Braithwaite, I know, likes cycling. Thumbs up, not sure, down. The Pervers, if you look in the Facebook group, they put a video in. They were doing dancing. So what about dancing? All right, Diane. Oh, yeah, quite a few thumbs up there, dancing. Looking after animals. So the Kirk, if you look in the Facebook group, they've got an ant farm. I think Joe and Sophie looked after caterpillars, which grew into butterflies. What about looking after animals? No? Reading?
Reading.
Reading.
Oh, I like reading.
Lots of reading. Walking.
Yeah.
Your nice walks. Lots for walking. What about going on your computer and doing computer things and spreadsheets and all sorts of things? Yeah, some thumbs up. I'm not so sure. What about music? Playing or listening to it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, some thumbs up, some down.
Loves a bit of
Most
music.
up, I think.
You like listening to music. You have it on in the garage, don't you?
And what about running?
Running.
I think I'm a thumbs down for running.
I'd like to be able to.
There's lots of thumbs. There's quite a few thumbs up for running. So let's have the next slide, Greg. There was someone who liked running, and his name was Eric Liddell, and he won a gold medal in the 1924 Olympic Games in some very special circumstances, which you can see in the film Chariots of Fire.
Yeah.
And he said, I believe God made me for a purpose.
Yes.
But he also made me fast. And when I run, I feel his pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, next slide, Greg. So, we all enjoy different things. And Psalm 139 says, David said this in his psalm about God. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. So he made us, God made us exactly how we are, with all the things we love, all the things we enjoy. And he made us wonderfully. And these pictures are all pictures that I did. And they're all completely different. In Ephesians, it talks about how we're his masterpiece, his handiwork, his workmanship. And we're his workmanship, and we're all completely different. And just as these pictures are all completely different,
Supposed to mute.
I like them all for different reasons. And it's the same with our Father God. He made us all when completely different. And the day you were born, he was so pleased to see you because you were the person that he made. So I think the next one. Oh, there we go. One person waiting to come in. It says God, he didn't just make us to be on our own. He made us to be in the family of God. We're all his children. So Ephesians 1, God decided in advance to adopt us into his own family by bringing us to himself through Jesus Christ. This is what he wanted to do, and it gave him great pleasure. And he wanted to bring us into God's family. We're all his children. We're all completely different. But God wanted to bring us into his family through Jesus Christ. And just as all these children are completely different up here, I don't know which one you think you are. Have a look and see which one you think you would be. It's hard to pick one. I don't know which one Greg would be. He is so pleased with how he made you. And Eric Liddell said that God had a purpose. God made me for a purpose. So he did running, but God made him for a purpose. And he felt God's pleasure when he ran. But Eric Liddell went out to be a missionary in China. And then he ended up in an internment camp that is like a prison camp during the war. And we know a lady called Beryl, who's a very old lady, well, pretty old lady now. She's 90, who was a child in that internment camp with Eric Liddell. And she said that she called him Uncle Eric. He was called Uncle Eric by all the children, and he brought joy and pleasure to their lives, even in that internment camp. So he felt God's pleasure when he was running, but he also had a purpose. And when God brings us into his family, he shows us what that purpose is. He uses all the things we love and enjoy and are good at, and he gives us purpose in that family. So the next time you're doing something that you really enjoy, whether it's running or gardening or making things, just take a moment and think about God's pleasure that he takes in you doing that and enjoying that. He, just like Eric Liddell felt God's pleasure in his running, the things you do, God finds pleasure in. And if you stop and you take time, you might just feel his pleasure or hear him whisper how much he loves you. He loves to be with you while you're doing the things you enjoy, just like he liked walking in the garden with Adam and Eve. He loves to be with you. So remember, when you're doing the things you enjoy, to take a moment and think about that. That's it.